Hello, my name is Mike and I'm 27. In 2022, I met a girl I liked and pretty much everything was okay. We started dating in 23 and our relationship would be 2 years and a few weeks. For the most part, we got along really well. Genuinely, I think she's a sweet and awesome person. The only thing I would say that is not exactly nice about her might be that she's the jealous type. Honestly, I didn't find any problem with this most of the time. In fact, sometimes I found it really cute. Whenever she became jealous of a random person secretly, I enjoyed it because it made me feel attractive and like I was something worth fighting for. I liked this especially because I don't think of myself to be attractive on normal days. Because of this, whenever she displayed this side of her, I never really took it to heart and I would just try to reassure and calm her down. About 3 months ago, I and my girlfriend attended an event organized by my company and she was able to meet many of my co-workers. We met a female co-worker of mine who works in another branch. Many times, I and this co-worker have had to collaborate on some projects over video calls or emails, but we had never met in real life. I and this co-worker always got along well whenever we worked together.
Yeah.
Since this was the first time we were meeting in real life, we tried catching up with each other. I hugged her and even introduced her to my girlfriend. But sure enough, my jealous girlfriend began showing subtle behavior changes that were not very welcoming. In fact, I would see that my coworker was starting to pick up on this negative energy, but she didn't show it and handled it well, in my opinion. Soon we had to say our goodbyes to my co-worker and eventually we left the event. For the next few days after the event, my wife kept acting weird to me and giving me the silent treatment. The times when she eventually spoke to me, she would find a way to make a sarcastic comment about my work wife. At first, I thought it was just her being her usual jealous self, but this continued into the second and third day. All the while, I kept assuring her that there was nothing between me and the co-worker we had seen at the event a few days ago, or any other person. In fact, eventually she came back to her normal self, and I thought we had put that behind us. Unknown to me, the worst was yet to come. A few days after all these roller coaster of events, I received a follow request on Instagram since my account was private. The request turned out to be from my co-worker from the event we attended a few days ago. I didn't find it too strange since we had a nice conversation the last time we met, and maybe she just wanted to remain in touch. I accepted the request and followed her back. I took a quick scroll through the posts on the account and there was nothing much going on there. She just had a load of vacation pictures in bikinis and revealing dresses. I did not find this weird at the time. Soon after she sent me a message and we started talking consistently from then on, at first the conversation wasn't anything more than small talk. Usually she would ask how my day was and let me rant about situations in the company. When it came to talking about her own experience at work, she would often just wiggle her way out of it and say she doesn't enjoy talking about work after work hours, although she would allow me to rant about my own experience at work. I feel so stupid for not noticing that this was weird earlier on. After 1 week of consistent reaching out and harmless small talk, she suddenly switched up the conversation and it started to get kind of flirty. At this point, I was starting to feel uneasy about the conversation, especially knowing the type of person my girlfriend is. I reached my breaking point when she offered to send me her nudes if I said please. When she pulled this, I quickly made my stance known and told her it was inappropriate and that I was in a serious relationship. And just like that the whole conversation ended and she never reached out to me after that. I did not think anything much after this and just moved on with my life. However, I did notice that my girlfriend became extremely sweet and extra affectionate after this. Subconsciously, I started to put two and two together. Surely, I could not confront her about why she was extra loving to me, but I felt there was more to it. Fortunately, there was a project I was working on and needed to reach out to my co-worker for some assistance. I knew this was the best chance I had to uncover the truth once and for all. Throughout the call, there was no strange tension between us that could have hinted that something weird happened between her and me, or at least between me and whoever was pretending to be her. Just to be 100% sure and put the nail in the coffin, I asked for her Instagram handle after the meeting and she gave it to me. It was a completely different account from the one I had been interacting within the past few weeks. It wasn't even a private account, and the posts here were not only vacation bikini photos. Surely someone had taken their time to create an account in her name and selected the provocative pictures they could find. It was only after I checked the imposter's account again that I realized that all the posts had been made on the same day, and someone clearly just pulled a stunt on me. It was clear who the culprit was, and I still couldn't believe it. After a day of contemplating whether or not to confront my girlfriend about this, I decided that it was better for us both to face the truth. When I asked her about this, she didn't even seem surprised. It was almost as if she was waiting for me to find out that it was her all along. She kept trying to play it off like it was just some harmless prank. I literally lost my mind when she said it was a necessary step for our relationship. She claimed that she now has no reason to ever doubt me. I think that is complete bullshit, because now I have every reason to never trust her again. I am currently finding it hard to deal with this because she is still maintaining the stance that it was just a silly prank and it is not that deep. I, on the other hand, think that it's way deeper than this. I am not sure if I can ever bring myself to trust her after this behavior. Usually, I like to claim that I sometimes love it when acts jealous because of me. But this time, I think she took it too far. I don't know what to do.